Hey friends, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So here comes another session of English literature, that is a poem by William Wordsworth called We Are Seven. So this poem was published in the Lyrical Ballads by William Wordsworth, and this poem actually describes a discussion between two people. Two people means an adult poetic speaker and a little cottage girl, about the number of brothers and sisters who dwell with the little cottage girl. And then gradually the poem turns on the question that whether it is right to account two dead siblings as a part of their family or not. Okay, so this is the main point of discussion here. So the idea of writing this poem came to Wordsworth when he was traveling alone across England. So friends, this poem is quite important. Now let's start the explanation of this poem. Actually, there are total 17 stanzas. The first 16 stanzas are 4-line stanzas and the last one consists of 5 lines. So now let's start the explanation. So in the first stanza, the poet puts in a simple child that lightly draws its breath and feels its life in every limb. What should it know of death? So friends, here it is clear that the poet is talking about a child, a child who is a girl, and that child is light, the child is innocent, and that's why the poet is wondering as well as questioning that as the child is simple, as the child is innocent, then how she knows about death. So here it is clear that maybe the child and the man, means the poetic void, had a conversation on death. So from stanza to the poetic voice reveals about the girl and their conversation. So here he is saying that I met a little cottage girl. She was 8 years old. She said her hair was thick with many a curl that clustered round her head. She had a rustic woodland air and she was wildly clad. Her eyes were fair and very fair. Her beauty made me glad. So in this stanza 2 and 3, the poet is describing the little cottage girl that she is 8 years old. Her hair is curly, her eyes were fair, and her beauty makes the poet glad. It means that the poet feels pleased by her beauty. So then in the next stanza, the poet is asking her that, sisters and brothers, little maid, how many may you be? How many? 7 in all, she said, and wondering looked at me. So here actually the poet questioned her that, or you can say that the poet generally asking her that, little girl, how many brothers and sisters you have in your family? Then she is wondering and she is saying that 7 in all. Okay, so there are total 7 siblings including the little girl. Okay, so now in the next stanza the poet is again asking that, and where are they? I pray you to tell. The poet is asking that, where are your siblings? Please tell me. Then she answered, 7 are we, and 2 of us at Conway dwell, and 2 are gone to sea. 2 of us in the churchyard lie, my sister and my brother, and in the churchyard cottage I dwell near them with my mother. So here the girl is saying that she lives with her mother in a churchyard cottage and her 2 siblings are no more. That's why they are buried in their grave, and another 2 siblings are in town and the rest of the 2 siblings are gone to sea. So friends, by the little girl's reply, the poet is quite confused and he again inquires her that as her 2 siblings are in Conway and 2 are gone to sea, yet ye are 7. I pray you tell, sweet maid, how this may be. So here the poet wants to know that the 2 siblings are gone to sea, the 2 siblings live in Conway, and that means they do not live with her. So why she said that there are total 7 siblings including her? So now the girl replies. She said that 7 boys and girls are we, 2 of us in the churchyard lie, beneath the churchyard tree. It means that she's saying that 2 of us, means 2 of her siblings are dead. That's why they lie buried in the churchyard beneath the churchyard tree. So now after her reply, again the poet inquires her that, you run about, my little maid, your limbs they are alive. If 2 are in the churchyard laid, then ye are only 5. It means that the poet is saying that, little maid, your 2 siblings are dead. It means that now you have only 5 siblings including you. Then in the next stanza, the girl again replies that their graves are green, they may be seen. The little maid replied, 12 steps or more from my mother's door, and they are side by side. My stockings there I often knit, my kerchief there I hem, and there upon the ground I sit and sing a song to them. And often after sunset, sir, when it is light and fair, I take my little porringer and eat my supper there. The first that died was Sister Jane. In bed she mourning lay, till God released her of her pain, and then she went away. So from the stanza, the little girl replies that though her 2 siblings are no more, but still their graves are green, their graves are just 12 steps away from her mother's cottage, and in their grave the little girl always visits. She used to knit her stockings there, she used to sing a song for her dead siblings by sitting upon the ground, and after the sunset she even eats her supper there, okay? And now she is describing about her dead sister and brother. So the first that died was her sister called Jane. She was laying in the bed in mourning, and then God released her of her pain, and thus she is taken away by God. So here it is clear that her sister Jane was died because of sickness, okay? Now in the next stanza she is saying that, so in the churchyard she was laid, and when the grass was dry, together round her grave we played, my brother John and I. And when the ground was white with snow, and I could run and slide, my brother John was forced to go, and he lies by her side. So here the little girl says that she and her brother John used to play around the grave of her sister Jane when the grass was dried. And when the ground was white and covered with snow, then her brother John also died. So here at this point, the man, as well as we can say the poetic voice, means the poet, asking her that, how many are you then? Said I. If they are 2 in heaven, quick was the little maid's reply. Oh master, we are 7. It means that here the poet is asking the girl that as the 2 of your siblings are in heaven, now how many of you, now you have how many siblings? And here again the little girl or the little maid replies that, oh master, we are 7, we are still 7. Again the poetic voice said that, but they are dead, those 2 are dead, their spirits are in heaven. But still the little girl said that, no, we are still 7. So friends, this poem simply shows the family value, the love as well as the attachment of one person to one's family members are actually immortal. Though the 2 siblings of the little maid are no more, but still they are in her heart, and though the other siblings of the little maid are out of town or are in sea, but still they are dwelling in the heart of that little child. So friends, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video.